Carolina Panthers.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
Punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
56. Mike. White. 56. White. Jumper.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Gibson. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins off to Thomas on the left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20.
Ooh,
Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 35 yards. And Washington has taken a 1st quarter lead. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes this Washington 7, Panthers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You got nothing. You got nothing.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 81 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
Brought down at the 20.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Panthers have recovered. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That ball complete to Isabella. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. This is McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Able to find Isabella. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
3rd down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
54.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
From the 22, Haskins. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. On first down, Gibson. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 27 yards there, a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Ball carrier.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And this one is incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Catch here, left side, Thomas. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Washington first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 5, 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Antonio Gibson.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off with great anticipation. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Hey, gun. Mike 55, Mike 50. 21. Watch the slant. 2. Mike 55. Check 55, Mike. Hey, defense,
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
on 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
55, Mike, 55. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. That last completion is certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
11.
Play action, Garoppolo. That's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
He was taken down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
3-yard pickup.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
21. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Silver. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54, Mike 54. Check pass. 12, fellas, here we go.
Now Garoppolo. The quick slant caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
3-yard line.
21.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stopped short of the goal line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Let's get it. And 58 is a Mike. Go 58 is a Mike.
Again, McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. 56. I got it. Mike 56. Mike 56. Go ahead.
Garoppolo now. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Chase Young able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, other teams just...
Yet again, Haskins is intercepted, 3rd time. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Panthers 17. Washington 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
35-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jeremy Chin picks it off. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Panthers 24. Washington 7. Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Here we go. He's crazy.
Throwing again. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. Looking long for Thomas. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Burris. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
A gain of 4. It's now
the ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
10 at the 48-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Brings up second and
the run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Haskins from his own end zone. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 14. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Lining up for the point after.
Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Love. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. They'll run with a North Carolina native. This is Bryce Love. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Robert Foster, 30 yards. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. From the gun, it's Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
54, right there, 54 Mike.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception.
Picked off at the 45. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Escaping the pressure right.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time.
Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They knew this would be tough. On the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there.
From the gun, Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st down, here's Love. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game.
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Panthers add on to their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He was brought down by...
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This one caught by Davis.
Tonight's final score.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.